This week on My Classic Car. We'll head out to Allentown, Pennsylvania for a look at Nicola Bulgari's 1941 Buick and 1947 Nash. The attention to detail in these restorations is just extraordinary. Plus, we'll look at steering wheel replacement options for your classic.
Hi, I'm Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Well, this week we're in Allentown, Pennsylvania to check out some of the cars in the collection of Nicola Bulgari. Now, Mr. Bulgari's tastes are pretty eclectic. He favors GMs, Buicks in particular, but he also has a soft spot in his heart for some of the orphan marks like Nash, Hudson, Studebaker. Today we convinced the chief restorer and curator of the collection, Keith Flickinger, to bring out a couple of these babies so we can have a closer look. Feast your eyes. Keith, great to see you again, man.
Thank you.
You brought out a couple beauties today, and you have a few to pick from, don't you?
Oh, quite a few. Yes, we do. Yes.
It's such an interesting collection that Mr. Bulgari has.
Yes, he, like you said, he's very eclectic, and he likes his orphans, as we would call them.
Well, this is a good example of an orphan. This is what, a 47 Nash?
Ambassador 6 Suburban.
Ambassador 6 Suburban. It's a fastback Woody.
Exactly.
Now I've never seen a fastback Woody. I mean, I think it's a great design.
It's an awesome design. I mean, I think they stepped outside the box when they went into that avenue, you know, considering it's a Nash.
Well, and Nash was always sort of the common man's car.
Exactly.
They were affordable. They were a little bit,
exactly.
a little bit pedestrian. But, to make a wood car, that was a high-end deal.
Well, it was, and like I said, for Nash to do that was, they were trying to get a little of the higher, echelon people into the Nash line.
How many did they make?
They built 595 of these.
And how many do you think are left?
Roughly 7.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually, this isn't the only one you have.
No,
right?
actually, we couldn't bring both, unfortunately, but we do have an all-original one that has never been restored.
It really is a beautiful, beautiful design and a good-looking restoration, even if you didn't do it.
No, it's absolutely fun. It's a great car to drive.
Well, I love the interior too. The plaid.
Yeah, the plaid. Well, yes, you wouldn't have expected that, I'm sure.
No, you wouldn't have.
No, you wouldn't.
It's kind of like a couch or something like that.
Yes.
But it's pretty, it's very Nash. It's very simple inside.
Very simple. To the round gauges, you got that, a little bit of wood graining, and the plaid, I think, is enough.
Yeah.
I don't think you need much more.
Arguably, the plaid's too much, but also the burgundy steering wheel, wasn't that somewhat of a trademark?
Oh yes, Nash used a lot of burgundy in that, and the dash around the knobs, around the radios, and shifter knobs. Yeah, they used that, even back in the early 40s.
Mm-hmm. Well, beautiful, job on the interior, and the back seats got such a huge amount of room and such headspace.
Oh yes, you do. You have a lot. In fact, one thing with the back is that the seat actually folds down, as Nash used to do that, into somewhat of a bed, for lack of words.
And now, does that also allow you access into the back?
Yes, it does.
Wow,
yeah, you can actually. It's the trunk will be accessing part of your bed if you lay down.
The thing actually has a bit of the look, almost when you get back to the wood in the back, it's almost like a teardrop trailer.
Exactly.
So you can envision camping.
It almost looks like, you could have almost cut it and actually towed half of the car behind it. It would have looked like this.
But it's such great lines. Now, does this open up back here?
Sure.
And it's just plywood.
It's just plywood.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Really?
In fact, the back of the seat, that is the back of the seat that you see there. And then that will fold down with the seat back so that it's a flat, and then they actually had cushions that would be with the car that would roll down through here, and you can
So you'd
lay on
actually
that
sleep back into the trunk?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Wow.
I wouldn't say it's your, best Western, but it got you through the road,
But actually, and for Nash, there's some really nice styling here. Even the way these taillights kind of fit that wood line.
Yeah, they follow the wood. They actually follow the veneering and almost come straight down with that instead of putting a generic.
I love the look of it, though. And it's got to be a hit at the Woody meets. Now, what power is this baby?
This has a 234 cubic inch, 112 horsepower.
Let's look at it. So that'd be a what, a flathead 6 or?
Yes, it's a 6, flathead 6, inline.
Nice and solid. Basic little Nash.
Yeah, basic. You know, there's some kind of neat things if you look at the exhaust system.
That
how it was
manifold system
manufactured. How do you like that?
That's hilarious. That's just a pipe, isn't it?
Pipe with a couple holes in it, bolted to the side of the engine block. But it gets the job done.
It does. It does.
Yep.
And does this move it down the road pretty well?
Oh yeah. They actually made an 8-cylinder. The 8s were known to be a little sluggish for some reason.
No kidding.
Yeah, the 6s were a lot peppier. I don't know if it's the shortness of the throw of all the rods and everything, but it just seemed to be a peppier car.
Well, how's this one run?
This runs great.
Really?
Yeah.
Like great enough to take out for a ride?
Like let's go.
Like close it up.
Coming up, we'll take out the 47 Nash. But first, we'll check out steering wheel replacement options for your classic. My Classic Car is brought to you by Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance.
Hey, today I got Rick Schmidt from National Parts Depot back in the shop with me. How you doing, Rick?
Doing great, Dennis. Thanks.
You know, you've never steered me wrong in the past, and I don't think you'll steer me wrong today. What a setup, huh?
That's perfect.
Well, these are all, I would say we were looking at steering wheels, and it looks like Pontiac today.
Pontiac today, yeah. I was starting to put together, I wanted to do a General Motors steering wheel a display, and we have so many different wheels.
The shop's not big enough, man.
The shop's not big enough for all the wheels we've got for GM, for Chevelle and Camaro, and the Pontiac Firebird. So I decided that since the Pontiac guys always get overlooked so much by the Chevy bow tie,
give them some love.
We'd give them some love. Yeah, that's right.
Give the Firebird folks some love.
So yeah, we've got Pontiac wheels out here, and I guess we'd start out with the wood grain versions of the first
Gen 1, right?
That's all Gen 1, 1967, 68, and 69. And the wood grain wheels were not standard, but they were an optional upgrade that you could take on the option sheet.
And they really
they're
looked
very
awesome.
nice upgrades. So whether your car originally came with one or not,
you might still want to have one.
You might still want to have one.
Now,
just for the
wood grain.
Wood grain only in description,
Right.
but it was a plastic wheel.
So they do, like all plastic wheels, they'll crack on you.
Yeah.
But even with these, the problem I see happen with them more often than not is that the wood grain wears off.
Yeah, after tens of thousands of miles of use, the wood grain pattern.
And so at 10 and 2, and usually down at 6 if you're a one-hand cruiser, they fade away, and it's usually kind of a blonde material, a polymer under
right,
there.
and it jumps right out at you, and ring scratches and chips and cracks. The wheels, you couldn't put 40, 50,000 miles on the car without the wheel really starting to show
showing,
the miles.
So you want to dress that back up, you want to fix that back up. There's really not a lot of restoration to these. I mean, you can fix the cracks, but you'll never get that wood grain back the way it was.
Yeah, and there are people out there who do that, but I'll tell you what, that kind of work is not cheap.
No.
And
No.
you're really not gaining anything by trying to restore the wheel that you've got. You're going to spend just as much, if not more, trying to restore it than you would buying a brand new one.
So you can get, from you guys, you can get just the wheel or
just the wheel, or
you
you can get a full kit that comes with the collar and the center cap as well.
So that's just the raw wheel there for, what year is that? That'd be?
That one I believe is a 69.
And then one with a button here.
And 67.
And then this, this is the collar, the wheel, and the button, right?
Yeah.
Full kit.
Yeah. All real nicely done
Yeah.
and ready to go on the car.
Okay, that's Gen 1. Gen 2.
Here's another relatively new reproduction of a very, very much needed wheel. That's the sport wheel that would have gone on a 1970 through 81 Trans Am or Formula Firebird.
I forgot how small this wheel was.
It really was a small wheel. The second gen F-bodies were really great handlers, especially the Trans Ams and the Formulas as well on the Pontiac side. And it was a small wheel with a very quick ratio steering box.
They broke down also.
Yes, they also broke down. In fact, they were less durable than these plastic wheels because they were a soft, cushioned foam.
And there really is no restoration to that.
No, there really isn't. And that's why this has so long been needed. People have, for so long, have just been wrapping them in stitched leather and trying to get by with what they could.
This is great. It's great that it's finally available. Now, One thing about you guys is you've always really, I think, tried to address people's, restoration needs and their budgets.
We try to have something for everybody. We like to have all of the right parts, the correct parts, the high quality parts for the purists and for the high-end restorers.
Which
but
can
we
also
realize
be
that,
high-end price.
We realize that a lot of our customers are just using their cars as drivers, or they just simply don't have the budget or the means
But they still
step
want it
into
to
it.
look nice.
But they still want their interior to look nice, and they've still got a cracked or a worn-out wheel that they need to replace. That's what we have these for. These are Grant replacement wheels that fit 67 all the way through 81 Firebirds.
Oh,
we
really?
also carry them for our Chevelles and for the Camaros as well. The only difference would be that you get a blue bow tie center cap instead of the Pontiac center cap that comes with these Pontiac
And you got
wheels.
adapters that fit to...
Comes as a full kit. It comes with the Pontiac center cap. You buy a separate installation kit that's about 20 bucks that gives you all the hardware and adapters that you need to affix it to the column, and you're off.
And there you go.
All in all, it's about it's in the $100 price range, which just about anybody can
Any budget can
justify for what you're getting.
I knew you wouldn't steer me wrong.
That's right.
Hey, if you want to learn anything more about these great National Parts Depot steering wheels or any other stuff National Parts Depot carries, log on to myclassiccar.com. This thing is about the size of an arcade game almost.
Eastwood.com. Unique tools, coatings, supplies, and solutions for all your restoration needs. Next, Dennis and Keith are cruising in Nicola Bulgari's 47 Nash.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. Oh, this is going to be a blast. And we're off. Oh, this is fun, Keith. This is nice. I'm loving this. Thank you, nice car. I'm amazed how nicely it steers.
Yeah.
This is a fun car.
It is a fun
It is
car.
a fun car.
And you forget that you're in this thing that has this beautiful wood on the outside. So, people, you're driving by and they just love it.
Yeah, this car gets looks.
The everyday mom and pops drove Nash, Studebaker. Not everybody could afford the Cadillacs or the Duesenbergs or the Packards.
This is middle America.
Exactly. And that's truly what Nicola has watched when he was in Rome, Italy. He would always want to come to America and be part of run-of-the-mill people in America.
That's wonderful. All the cars in this collection drive.
Every car is licensed, every car is insured, every car has, we use a racing fuel so that it doesn't gel. Yeah, any time of the day he can call and say he's going to come in and bring 5-10 friends and we're going to go drive to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is about 2 hours away, and like we are now, away we go.
It is fun. You just feel good when you're driving this car.
When you're behind a wheel of cars like this, it just makes everything else so much more enjoyable. The weather, the time, the people.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I'll bet that Buick is a lot of fun too. What do you think?
I think she's crying for a little attention.
Feeling
over there.
left out?
She's pouting.
Well, we'll fix that.
We'll fix her up.
Need parts for your classic? Then check out this week's Classic Car Marketplace.
If you're restoring a classic GM car or truck, Classic Industries has the largest inventory of original and reproduction parts and accessories in the business. Call 888-GM-CATALOG to get the catalog of your choice, or go online to ClassicIndustries.com and start shopping today. See why Classic Industries is America's first choice in GM restoration and performance parts and accessories. For superior chrome plating, call Paul's Chrome Plating. They'll go that extra mile to achieve flawless show-quality results on all your chrome parts. Paul specializes in chrome plating pot metal as well as steel, aluminum, and plastic parts. Try Paul's Chrome Plating today for all your chroming needs. Call 800-245-8679 or visit us online at paulschrome.com. Steel Rubber Products supplies only the highest quality restoration rubber parts. Call for your free 568-page catalog featuring a huge selection of the rubber parts you need when you need them. Call 1-800-834-7833 or visit our website at steelrubber.com. Steel Rubber Products, helping restore the car of your dreams. Still ahead, we'll check out a beautiful 41 Buick Roadmaster.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. Whoa. That was fun.
Well, isn't that fun?
Oh man, what a great driving car.
Yeah, it performs well.
Got some
definitely.
looks too, didn't it?
Yeah, it has a lot of looks.
And
Yeah.
speaking of looks,
Well,
this is looks personified.
This is one of his honeys. This is definitely one of Mr. Bulgari's honeys.
41 Buick.
41 Buick Roadmaster, model 71C.
Wow. Now how long has this been in the collection?
This we have about 2 years. Yeah, we bought this restored out of California.
Actually a very nice restoration on it.
Yeah, it's a very nice job. The leather, the color, the combination works well. It's very, very authentic too.
Well, the interior is so Buick and just so stunningly beautiful.
It's very nice, and with the engine turn dash, I mean, everything was restored on the vehicle, and leather naturally because it's a convertible. It really, really looks great.
Now, did the convertibles all have leather?
Most of the convertibles have
right?
leather, yes. Yeah. That was pretty much why they did that, because of the rain and the weather and the elements. It can take it. Yeah.
I really love the color combo, with the gray and then the almost pumpkin colored
Almost,
interior.
yeah. And it really glows. It comes alive, when the top's
yeah.
down. It really does in the sunlight.
And so many of the lines, again, it's so flowing. I love the massive skirts and the chrome trim on
Exactly. It's the same kind of thing that would have been on a Cadillac. I mean, they built 312 of these, and this car has a Fireball 8 naturally, and it's straight with compound carburation, which was offered on a Roadmaster and Super and a Limited.
Wow. And these exhaust tips would have been?
Oh, that was sort of an aftermarket option you could get back in the 40s.
But it looked cool back
then. Oh
then.
yeah. Instead of just a pipe, it makes it.
Yeah. Again, beautiful, beautiful taillights and just the,
It flows well. It definitely
flows
flows well. It definitely flows.
Now this is the piano hood too,
This
right?
is the piano hood. Yeah, you could open it from either
Either
side,
way.
or you could actually lift it off if you open both sides.
And had some really strong frames.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yes. The Fireball Dynaflash 8.
There it is.
Valve in head. So what was the carburetor setup?
Well, the dual compound carburation was an option on these models. I mean, you could have gotten a single carburation or the dual carburation, just to let it breathe a little better. I mean, it really performs well.
Absolutely gorgeous all around. And again, like all of Mr. Bulgari's cars, a beautiful cruising car, a beautiful driving car.
Yes, it's very important with him. I mean, he wants everything to work. I mean, it's if you can't drive the cars, it's like art. You can almost put it on a wall.
Yeah.
He really wants to enjoy not just the look of it, but the performance of it.
Well, I really respect that. I mean, these cars belong on the road, and it's wonderful that he, has them done to this level of detail and still takes them out
Absolutely.
and treats them like cars.
If we do a car for a big show such as Pebble or such, I mean, it'll go there and it'll be a trailer queen for the beginning, but after that, it hits the highway. No doubt about it.
What do you say we hit the highway with this one?
You got it.
All right. I get to drive again?
You can always drive. Come on.
I love this.
Stay close. Dennis and Keith go for a spin in the 41 Buick Roadmaster. Brought to you by Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance. And by U-Coat It, the official floor coating of Eastwood Garage.
Welcome back to My Classic Car. Oh yeah. Vroom, 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 vroom.
There it is. The road awaits.
We're cruising. Boy, and you look at the look on people's faces when they see it too. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you cannot explain the feeling when you get to go out on the open road with one of these, because it's just peaceful, calming. Mr. Bulgari was very fortunate to get this car. He bought it out of the West Coast from a gentleman on the LeMay Museum Board, and it's just very nice that he was able to buy a car restored with good quality. It's a lot of money to do these cars with the chrome, with all the leather.
It looks like a quality restoration.
Oh no, it runs well. It's we couldn't be happier. So now we just get to have fun, drive them, maintain them. It's rough, but somebody has to stand up to the plate and just swing that bat.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
This is a nice era too. The 40s and 50s are fun cars to drive. They're less work.
They're so manageable. I mean, you know, when you get into the 20s and 30s, you know, the 30s are better naturally, but the 20s, you know, you just got a lot of the wooden steering wheels and the mechanical brakes, and it's just a lot of, you know, you can't be like you and I just here and talking and jibber-jabbering. I mean, those things are, you're working, and you have to really be, you know you're coming to a stop sign because you got to start braking way ahead of time.
I love looking out over a Buick hood, though.
Isn't it nice? Reflection, long, flat.
Yeah, you know you're in a big car.
Definitely.
Oh man, beautiful day in Allentown, PA, and a couple fine cars from the Bulgari Collection. This is my kind of collection. Everything in it is driven. Can I come back and do this again, Keith?
Anytime.
Keith says I can come back. We'll be back. Next week, we'll travel to Polson, Montana for Cruise by the Bay. There are some real hidden treasures out in this part of the country. Plus, we'll check out the new aluminum diamond plate interlocking floor covering. So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage. Happy motoring.
Attention, My Classic Car fans. Go online now to check out our latest selection of DVDs. Order our Automotive Animation DVD, a fascinating look at the world of automotive technology, including engines, transmissions, and much more. Or order the legendary Ford, Chevys, or Mopars DVDs. Just can't get enough MCC? Now you can get all 26 episodes from the 2007 season in one DVD set.